be when you grow up? An astronaut, a firefighter, a doctor, a pilot? We've probably all been asked this before when we were kids, when we were, 5, 10 years old, but how many of us really knew what we wanted to be when we were that age? Um, Forbes magazine did an article about what kids wanted to be when they grow up. And as they got older, things changed for the kids. Their dream jobs changed. Um, for example, 11 out of 33 5-year-olds wanted to be superheroes or princesses, jobs that didn't exist, right? Um, and one even wanted to be SpongeBob SquarePants. Some of us are several years in college and we still don't know what we want to be, major in. And personally, I didn't get into the medical field until about 2 years ago. Well, I didn't even think about getting into the medical field until about 2 years ago. Um, and I've chosen to speak about the career that I'm pursuing right now. That is as a radiation therapist. Um, yeah, it's nothing like a superhero, but after this speech, maybe some of you guys think it could be like a superhero. So why I wanted to be one? The reason I wanted to become a radiation therapist is, besides the fact that they can make a pretty decent income for just the amount of school you go to, um, I worked in the asset recovery field for about 5 years now. For those of you who know what that is, we repossess people's cars. People didn't pay their bills, we would knock on the door and demand their vehicles. And now I'm doing debt collection with the same company, just different department. And we don't really get a good rap. When I tell people that, they're always looking at me like, you're one of those people. But for example, one day I got a call from a customer, and she told me she could no longer pay her bills. And she told me she had just been diagnosed with cancer, and she couldn't pay her bills, and she hadn't been working. She's been trying, and her family couldn't help her. At that moment, I realized that I wish I was able to help her, but my abilities at the time, I didn't know what to do. I was like, I'm sorry to hear that. So I just realized that I had more to offer to the world in a way than just taking people's stuff. So yeah, that's why I decided to go towards in the medical field. Well, what is a radiation therapist, you ask? Radiation therapists treat patients in several ways. Um, According to cancer.gov, radiation therapists offer different methods of external beam radiation therapy, depending on the patient's age, health condition, and a variety of factors. Radiation therapists, along with oncologists, map out ways to administer the proper dosage and treatments for each individual. Another thing that really interests me about being a radiation therapist is working in the field with like-minded individuals. My respect for people who work in the medical field just grew. My sister's a nurse, and just being with people who have a heart to help people. My sister told me that it's not just a job where you can punch in and punch out. You actually should be caring for the people, or else, you're not going to be a good nurse or doctor. They just don't show up for their paychecks. They must feel a sense of reward that they are helping others. But radiation therapists not only treat patients, being able to communicate is vital in this field. Not only do they treat patients, they also offer emotional support during a very tough time in the patient's lives. Being able to give them confidence and reassurance and being able to effectively communicate with their patients and families is vital. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, having interpersonal skills is one of the main parts of being a radiation therapist. They work closely with patients, and it is important that therapists be comfortable with interacting with people who may be going through physical and emotional stress. So radiation therapy has two words, the second word being therapy. Dictionary.com defines therapy as the treatment of disease or disorders as by some remedial, rehabilitating, or curative process or the healing power of quality. If some of you guys recall my speech from last week regarding things that make me smile, one of the things were people helping people. And so I decided to get a career in radiation therapy that would allow me to help people, whether it was an astronaut, a firefighter, a pilot. Maybe they could look at me as a hero, just like I looked at them like a hero when I was a child. So maybe they could want their kids to be radiation therapists when they grow up. And here's my visual aid. Thank you.
That's good though.